The most unique thing about me is my skills in both Boy Scouts and in the junior fire department. In the Boy Scouts, I practiced a couple things called wilderness survival and kayaking and first aid. Wilderness survival is where I had to go and sleep outside without a tent and without a sleeping bag. Kayaking, I practiced out in the lake and I had to tip over once to practice. And first aid, where you learn how to treat your wounds. In the junior fire department, I also learned CPR and AED. CPR, where you try and help somebody, like get water out of their throat, and AED, as in, well, for the defibrillator, the electrical device, where you use an electrical device to help restart somebody's heart in case it stops. My most irrational fear that still exists to this very day, that I still have, is a fear of butterflies. As crazy and irrational as that sounds, there's a story behind it. Now, what the story is when I was little and I was over at the pools for swimming lessons, I got hungry in the middle of it and I wanted to go and get something to eat over at the snack bar. But then when I was about to sit down, a swarm of yellow jacks or yellow jackets came around and surrounded me in every direction, and I was trying to get away from them as fast as I could, but they kept coming. Luckily I survived, and then they stopped bothering me, but it horrified and scarred me so much that years apart from the incident at the aquarium, I actually got scared of butterflies because of that incident. One thing I absolutely despise so much, something I hate a lot, is when people talk over me during a conversation. The reason why I hate this so much, that I despise this so much, is when I'm in a conversation and I'm trying to get my point across to somebody, I want them to hear it. I need them to hear it. But if they talk over me, I'm not going to get that point across to them. And they're not really acknowledging how I'm feeling in a certain situation, or they're not acknowledging what the situation's about. They only care about what they think, not what I think. Therefore, it neglects my say or even opinion in the matter at all. And then it influences me that I don't really want to talk to that person in the conversation until they're ready. That's something I hate. In regards to social media and internet, I wish that social media and the internet could be used more for practicing public speaking skills and improving on public speaking skills. Now, how can we do this? How can somebody do this? How can people outside of public speaking class, which we're all in right now, manage to use social media or use social media to improve on their skills? They can use things like live streams. I figured out that they can use live streams and, well, I haven't figured it out. Rather, I've watched them a lot, and they've admitted that live streams and short films have actually helped them a lot engage with other people so much. They've used it so much that it's helped them engage with people more easily, it's helped them talk with them more, and it's also helped them have fun a lot and even become influencers, quite proficient influencers because of that. If you don't meet me, I feel like that you would miss out because perhaps we are like-minded. Perhaps we both have the same idea in common. And that idea is where we believe that social media and the internet could be used to improve one's own oratory skills in the world of public speaking. If you also don't meet me, like for another reason, it's not just because of improving on social media, like public speaking, but also improving on engaging with people, on coming out of one's shell, coming out of something like social anxiety. People with social anxiety suffer a lot for that reason. And if you don't meet me, we're never really going to form a good bond and even become loyal friends with each other. One thing I learned about myself through this assignment is I learned to express how I feel about certain things, parts of my life, and my feelings on specific matters with other people. And it's not just that, but it's also introducing myself to others and possibly starting a good and loyal relationship with each other.